You want to know why I have a bug up my ass about the left more than I used to? It's shit like this. There's an ugliness they never used to have. The liberals I grew up respecting, none of them are like this. Going after the wife, even the mafia doesn't do that. There's a lot of people these days who I call liberals in theory. In theory, they hate bullying. Terrible. In practice, their attitude is, it's not bullying when I stick your head in the toilet.
That's political commentator and last one to drink the Kool-Aid, Bill Maher, shredding the left for attacking the wife of RFK Jr. after his recent endorsement of Donald Trump. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like old school liberals are finally starting to realize the inevitable conclusion of their self-centered ideology and becoming horrified by the fact that they're surrounded by progressive pod people.
A couple of weeks ago, Bobby Kennedy, scion of the most storied dynasty in Democratic Party history, dropped out of the presidential race and threw his support not to the Democrat, but to Trump. And everyone all at once said the same thing. Bobby Kennedy did something weird? A Kennedy in league with a Republican? Why, that's like ordering white wine with Bear. Now look, I like Bobby and always will. And there are things he has been right about that no one else would touch. But yes, I also think he's weird. I couldn't support him for president. His wife is Cheryl Hines, who Larry David was quoted as describing as the best person I've ever met, the one person in Hollywood who doesn't have a single enemy. Well, now she does. Because she didn't throw her husband under the bus when her husband made a decision about something which she's made plain she disagrees with, but that didn't satisfy the obnoxious posers on the aforementioned far left.
Well, you know we're in a bizarre world when Bill Maher is putting family first, arguing for personal sacrifice, and defending traditional institutions like marriage. I mean, this is a guy who regularly attacks God, and last week said that the life issue was about murdering babies and that he's fine with it. Yet suddenly, he's realizing it's important to have responsibilities to things outside of your own desires. You know, call me crazy, but I think we might be making some progress here.
Thousands tweet screamed at Cheryl things like, how do you live with yourself? Do better. I can't even enjoy the episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm with you in them anymore. It's no wonder Larry divorced you. Yeah, that's a character on TV, but okay. The tweet that got the most attention was from actor Bradley Whitford, who wrote, hey, Cheryl Hines, way to stay silent while your lunatic husband throws his support behind the adjudicated rapist who brags about stripping women of their fundamental rights. Gutsy. Great example for the kids, profile and courage. Yeah, well, you know what I think is not gutsy? Mansplaining to a woman, but of course not to her face. How she should sacrifice her marriage. Also, you could read something on Twitter that met with your approval. In theory, liberals are compassionate. In practice, this guy can't even understand one of the most basic dilemmas common to all humans, that when you're married, sometimes you have to swallow some shit.
Now, of course, Bill is absolutely right here, but it's a little frustrating that he doesn't see the fatal flaws baked into the cake of his own ideology. I mean, he seems to view the far left as some sort of one-off anomaly, when in reality it's the inevitable consequence of their belief system. The problem with liberals like Bill is they think that humans are malleable widgets, and if we just get rid of things like religion and teach the right stuff in schools, reason will prevail and we'll live in some sort of Star Trek-style utopia. However, that clearly isn't the case. The left is intent of destroying religion and traditions of greater people than us, and now some of them are baffled by the new ones that have taken their place. But let me know what you think. Is the far left an outlier or the final form of liberalism? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!